me tell you why. My wife Renee worked for President Trump for 4 years in the White House. She saw firsthand President Trump's character. She saw President Trump's heart. She saw firsthand how much Donald Trump loves this country. President Trump worked hard as a leader of our party to elect Republicans up and down the ballot. In 2020, last time President Trump was on the ballot, all the commentators predicted that we would lose. Said we're going to lose 20 seats in the House. Well, thanks to Donald Trump, we gained 15 seats in the House that year. I personally witnessed President Trump working the phones, making calls on behalf of our candidates, including myself. Because he cares about building a strong party, he cares about the team. He knows how to connect with and turn out segments of our voters.
I don't know. I know Chris.
As our standard there, he will help us win up and down the ballot.
I don't know this.
President Trump knows a strong party is when he raises people and enact policies.
So they can have 3 seats.
Stop the radical left.
And you can sit next to me.
Because we need a future where we're all better off. A future where we can afford eggs and gas. A future where our country treats all
That way your
our
other people can get in.
A future with a secure border. A future where boys can compete in women's sports.
I love it. I've been real close to it multiple times. I don't have enough money to meet him. I mean, even before he was president, I was like that. Oh yeah, I always wanted to be on The Apprentice. I did like a reality show that was equivalent to it. It was like a year long, and every time I watched The Apprentice, I was like, how can y'all not get those tests done? I was like, we did it on no budget. No big money, no budget, no nothing. He's ready to take it.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll take your food. They pick people who are going to fail. Yeah. I used to see that time. My reality show, they put me up against some famous football players or something, and then did some logo thing. And I do IT, and it's like, it sucks that I failed that part where they did a logo, but I didn't have any money, and I quit with my team. I worked with my team at the end of the day. They put the money in it. They just didn't like my logo. But the way they did it is, we got to continue through the whole year and just the learning process and everything. Yeah.
Which one did you do?
It was called Entrepreneurs, the reality show. It was just all the guy did was buy info time. Nighttime, Fox 8. And we did a whole little thing. It wasn't anything big. Yeah. But I kept watching The Apprentice the whole time. Well, I yell at the screen going, I don't know what the hell y'all can't get any of that stuff. I'm hoping I can get those tasks done. I was literally probably the poorest person on the team, and I still got there. Thousands and thousands of people that went blind. They picked me. Right? Yeah.
Most people think they're poor, but actually,
So walk anywhere, nobody guide you anywhere.
yeah.
I'm like, now where the hell am I supposed to go? Like I got more VIP tables. So I came down. It came down to the end of it. I think people buying $10,000 tables just to split up.
Actually, that's from Destiny.
Doesn't sit in the county.
There's a little line.
Something to Greensboro, I already know what I told you to. Why don't you get me a ticket? That's right. Yeah, they were gone. Somebody got me this ticket.
The only reason I'm here is because his kids got up since his wife was okay, but I guess I'm missing it. Does he not know where we are? Okay.
I win the nomination for lieutenant governor. I know I'll have a seat next year. Happy I had a seat. Probably one of the first places he'd sit and talk about what all that crap they just did pulled on it. We'd be talking only for about an hour. The press is definitely on page 6.
Oh, I know. The press was here for Mike.
Yeah,
I got to go to that.
The press was trying to figure out what he was saying too.
Well, he announced that he was going to run for president, but I don't know if that was the first time he announced it. I know they were speculating,
Yeah.
but I don't know if he's actually officially Yeah. So I think
He'd already announced it. But a lot of people are saying what he's doing is trying to gain all his support, and then he's hooked up his support with Sanders. I don't like that. I don't like that. Look, I would have been fine with DeSantis maybe 4 years from now, but when you sit there and the press kept pushing him on us, they kept pushing him on us, and he's like, I'm not about it. Yeah, don't lie about it. They changed the law so he could run for president and still remain governor. But if he loses the primary, he can still be the governor. Kind of reminds me of one of the other guys supposed to be running against me. But I haven't really seen him. They announced that he's sheriff or whatever. Yeah, he just got elected as sheriff. He said he's going to stay remain with the sheriff. I thought he's going to run. If he doesn't win the primary, he's just hey, sure. It's double dipping for numbers. I can't do that.
that's how Obama got the Senate. Lady ran. She ran for something. He got to be senator of Illinois, but she ran for U.S. House and was. And while she was running, she couldn't hold the office. So he was put in the office. He was appointed, and then he wouldn't. He said, "No, I'm not backing down." So that you can have your seat.
Well, I see that little, everyone Star Trek, the lady plays 7 and 9.
Yeah.
Well, her husband, and which, but turned out he was on the sex trade, trying to get her involved in some stuff. So she divorced him.
Yeah.
He got his scandal though. So then Obama came in after that.
Yeah.
Around that time. It was like moving around. But then there was a whole controversy about buying the seat.
Yeah.
That one big hair guy. That's practically false. Then they pushed for him to be president. Then that also burnt Donald Trump a little bit more because he got on hand and he's talking about birth rates me, I don't care if I was born in America or not born in America. It has more to do. I'm with the lobby of. It has more to do with your loyalty to America. So people are literally like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'd be fine if he was president. I'd be fine if Elon Musk running for president. But somebody back at home, he might have been supposedly born here, but he wasn't raised here. He doesn't have the praise for it. I'm like, you're gonna tell me all these people could swap a baby over here and all of a sudden they're eligible to be president?
Yeah. Well, his mom was a U.S. citizen. Yeah. So it doesn't matter where he was born. His mom was a U.S. citizen. So he's a U.S. citizen.
Stay right there.
Yeah, people could be griping about Mosley winning. A lot of division in the party. And they wanted to do that. They did a censure yesterday, and I'm like, wow, we censor people over issues. People are like, well, there's other issues. I'm like, but that's not really censoring. But then they'll go back and say, don't break rule 11, 80-20, or it's like they asked me, if you don't get elected, will you stand behind the upper bidder instead of say yes? But see, they don't. Like, we're breaking rules all the time.
Hey. Okay. They basically adjourned tomorrow, and he's yeah, I go to church. That might be a little thing, but I'd have a big They called for me now because they were shutting down. They said it after the vote. Well, like I said, I'll go. I have been
I'm a little vendor table. Big breakfast up there. They just left us there.
You don't see a table number. You see a table number.
Come from the entrance. Go all the way to the nose. I'll go get it. I'll do the DJ booth. I'll get it.
They did. They're probably just get off.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Coach Carey.
Hey, Stillwater chair.
Welcome to Houston, Kansas. And the best North Carolina Republican Party convention that we've ever had. We have had an absolutely fantastic front show with a whole lot of great speakers. We are very excited to have all of our dignitaries here in the audience today. We have several members of Congress. We have several members of the legislature. We have several courts. And we've got Republicans from all 100 counties. Here with us tonight. Make sure that you're going to use call out a great North Carolina welcome for President Donald.
Yay!
One for you, one for Christmas.
Trading their precious time, and they already know it'll crush life. So like wolves, they attack. So let's impeach him. Let's get tainted radical like prosecutors to charge him. Let's inspire Hillary and the FBI with fake stories about him. All to distract from Biden's incompetence, weakness, and money-grabbing corruption. But here's the thing, he'll never blink. That's called having the courage of your convictions. That is why he's our president.
Gentlemen, please welcome the next president of the United States, President Donald J. Trump.
you very much. I want to thank Michael and congratulations on your re-election as part of It's great to be back in North Carolina. Tremendous success here. We won it twice. We won the primaries twice. We won the election twice. We have nothing else. I also want to thank our assistant chairman. Where is the chairman? Richard Munson, where is the chairman? Come on, Richard. We just got back from doing it. And he's here to celebrate. His work in life is his wonderful wife Renee is in Grandma, and she served 4 years actually in the White House. It's Kellyanne, so we'll be able to thank you. Thanks also to one of the great stars of the party, one of the great stars of politics, Governor Mark Roberts. I'm going to reverse one for another thing. You can count on together with all the time, and we win a lot. We win most of the time. Representatives Dan Bishop Wisdom. Chuck Edwards. Chuck. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Ruben. And State House Speaker Tim Moore. For 7 years, we've been engaged in an effort exposed to rescue our country from the sinister forces who actually hate it and want to destroy it. These forces are far stronger than Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran all put together because of the right leader. So that's just 3 years ago. We had the right leader. All of those countries are absolutely no threat. Right now, however, they're putting us in the most dangerous position in the history of our country. We've never been in a position like this. There's never been such danger because of the weaponry, the power of the weapon. We have people that have moved through, people in office that have moved through. Together we stand up to the globalists, we stand up to the Marxists. We stand up to the rhinos. We stand up to the communists and the environmental extremists. I'm an environmentalist. I really believe that because the radiation of the environmental extremists, and you don't know whether or not they're really serious about something. I don't even believe it. We stand up to the open borders fanatics, sort of our country. The radical left Democrats and all those partisan prosecutors, the fake news media. That's a big group. And on November 5th, 2024, we're going to stand up to the corrupt political establishment. We're going to elect a totally corrupt president named Joe Biden. More important 4 years as we had an invasion of all us things we didn't know in the political process. I put everything on the line. I
I will never yield, I will never be deterred, I will never stop fighting for you. By so much. I get up at the party and this is they say, oh, we want to run against Trump. For the reason we got 5,000 prosecutors. Because they don't want to run against. We beat him the first time. He did much better the second time. He did much better the second time. More than more votes and more votes in terms of the margin. 63 million, and they had millions and millions, no presidents. Usually they get less than second. We get less. The one hour they do. So any more votes. With your vote, we will take back our country from these fascists and thugs, and we will indeed make America great again. Our America First agenda has been an existential threat to the rotten political class against rich and powerful at your expense. Erasing our borders, cheating like we've never seen before in elections, exporting our jobs, squandering our blood and treasure on endless foreign wars. Years ago, the wars were started in 71 years. We all said, trouble over there, no, it was my personality that ISIS 100% out there. ISIS, they try to keep you economically, there's something very smart about it. They respected us. They respected us. They respect us. And as we say, what's happening? They've launched one hoax. These people we have to deal with. And they launched witch hunt after witch hunt. And they just try to stop our movement. They want to do anything they can to thwart the will of the American people. It's called election interference. That's what they do. And we've never seen this. And Afghanistan genocide is down the right market. Because you know, we took the name away from them, she suffered enough with that. So we died and Hillary because I want to bring out she's not worse than she is. As a Durham report proved, they spied on my campaign. They forged false evidence to get illegal bonds. The FBI offered $1 billion for a fictitious dossier by a foreign spy to try and frame it. They put our country through hell and they knew it was a lie the entire time. They knew it was a lie. Laptop from hell was a lie. Remember, it's not me they're going to go after. And if you think of it, whoever took my place, and I hope it's not going to be anybody who's with us in this second and that person will not be able to stand by and actually, they come to me, how do you stand this? And usually look at them and say, same way I sort of enjoy it. It exposes and it's also ILX, you see this, also through the roof and the fundraising, small dollar fundraising for Sunday records. But still, you get indicted over nothing. You get indicted over the Presidential Records Act, which they don't even admit for Yes, in our capital. These are sick people. We had Russia, Russia, Russia. Ukraine, Ukraine, Ukraine. The no collusion, Mueller witch hunt. Impeachment hoax number one. Impeachment hoax number two. The illegal censorship of the Hunter Biden laptop for now. The 51 intelligence officials who falsely said it was Russian disinformation. And they said, no, that's the only one. You see the pictures, horrible pictures. The real pictures haven't been exposed. But all of this just kept coming and coming and coming. And it was for another person in my position. They wouldn't be able to handle it. They would be dealing with crazy things. Now the Marxist left is once again using the same corrupt DOJ and the same corrupt FBI and attorneys general, local district attorneys to interfere in our election at a level that our country has never witnessed before. These criminals cannot be rewarded. They must be soundly. In the end, they're not coming after me, they're coming after you, and I'm just standing in their way. The administration's weaponized Department of Justice will go down as among the most horrific abuses of power in the history of our country. I think it already is. And certainly going back to Obama, when I said, you know, they started like I made everybody this all. Turned out it was right. This vicious persecution is a travesty of justice. You're watching Joe Biden try to jail. He's leading political party. This is like third world countries. Put his opponent who's leading him by a lot. It's to put him in jail over following a civil, this is a simple thing. The Presidential Records Act is all under the Presidential Records Act. It's all under the Clinton Sox case. You know what the Clinton Sox case is? Where they sued Clinton and he ended up winning that he could keep things that were done. It's all under that, Mr. Congressman. We discussed that before. But this is more like Stalinist Russia or communist China that we're dealing with. These people have reached a level of Trump derangement syndrome that nobody ever elected a president that got, again, the most votes by far of any sitting president in history. It's out of office. And because of running, if I wasn't running, we would be talking about it. I want meeting. We would be talking about it. We're leading by a lot. We're leading the sanctimonious by massive numbers. And you know, remember that he came to me, he had virtually no votes. He was dying, as the expression goes, he was dead. I said, George Washington would endorse you. No, sir. I said, let's give it a shot. I endorsed him. He went up like a rocket ship. Shortly thereafter, they had the primary. He won, and then we had to get him through. They cracked it. But nobody knew he was a crackhead. At the time, he was the hottest politician in the Democrat Party. Hillary. Female version, Stacey Abrams. Stacey Abrams. But he was hard to beat at last. I don't think I can beat him. 3 rallies, massive rallies, thousands and thousands of people. I said, you're going to win, and he ended up right. And then they started cheating at the end. You remember all the votes were disappearing over days, 10,000. Rick Scott said thing, and I called him, you wouldn't believe it, the FBI. And it stopped. So at least they did something right. But I got a minute. And then they said to him, So congratulations. I didn't know that one. He was one of the many people that supported me during the impeachment process. So I see him on television. I didn't know that. And I heard 3 years later, they said, "Will you run against the president?" And he said, "I have no comment. That means he's going to run." I said, "I got this guy in, Mr. Congressman, and he said he's going to run." And then I haven't been very nice to him. Believing in Florida, 28 months. People out of that, he's all right. He can't make a recovery. And he came to see me. He had almost got hit. He was ready to look for a new career. He told me that. And he was looking for a job. And when I addressed him, it was like magic. It was like he was a rocket ship. But I believe in loyalty. And, it's just very disloyal. Somebody got me in the office, and I got him. Some people I help. Some people I help, and some people I get. And I got this guy, some people I help, and that's it. Some people I help a little bit, some people I help a lot. Some people I get it. I got this guy in. So, you think there'd be a little bit of a loyalty. He was dead in the Republican Party, right? Let's see what happens. We're reading quite a lot. Meanwhile, Joe Biden had troves and troves, thousands of boxes, classified documents from his time as vice president, and even as a senator. You're a senator, you take classified documents. Big deal. I watched Dick Durbin get so angry about him. He said, "Well, he'll be brought back into the fold." But he went down and Senator Durbin said, "You can't, as a senator, take classified documents out of the state." It's unheard of. Spoke to a lot of senators, they said, "I don't know." They didn't believe it. And they come back to me. We had a wonderful operation, everything by the presidential representative. We were talking to NARA. NARA's radical left. They have a red flag on the Constitution of the United States and on the Bill of Rights. You know what red flag is? It is a dangerous document. This is where NARA's coming from. And they're very, very designed. I would say over the last number of years, very poor job. But they're very, very radical left. So you have to be careful of this. But they conspire with the FBI, they conspire with this. It's such a crazy situation. If we give up the same brilliance to make America great and fighting Russia, to fighting China, to fighting all these people that are eating our lunch like China, we did a great job with China. I think hundreds of billions of dollars in taxes and tariffs. They could no other president can get any money, not $2. But many of Biden's documents were in Chinatown, D.C. You know where Chinatown, D.C. is? That's the real deal. That's the place. And he's getting money based on reports, apparently. And if the media, fake news, was doing a good job, they'd be earning Pulitzer Prizes, which no longer mean anything. I'm suing the Pulitzer Foundation. He goes up there, wonderful and accurate reporting on Russia, and we're all. Like the Durham report just said how wrong they were over there before. Many of them are already conceded the fact that they were wrong. And they have Pulitzer Prizes. We want those prizes taken back. And we want them to be like John Solomon, like all these people that actually did go in right. They were real people, they really did a good job. But they have to take those back. So we're suing them. And we're suing them for damages because they're violating our saying these people continue to happen all this time. That means they're saying the story of Russia, which even the papers themselves have now admitted themselves. That's likely because they're saying that it continues to exist. So let's see what happens with that. We have to bring back our country. We have to bring back sanity. The media is so important. They can straighten things out so quickly. Look, if 15 he developed a policing division. 15 years ago, 10 years ago, somebody said that somebody was taking money from China, from Ukraine, from all these other places. Tens of billions of dollars. They would all be rushing to try and get this. Woodward and Bernstein, I'm not a fan of major cities bags. Woodward looks like something once they grow up for Richard Nixon. Yeah, put up with them. I got my own problems with these people. Bernstein, I don't know, he was the poorer of the two. Nasty person, for a person that doesn't know me, I don't care about that. Like, it was great. He's a nasty guy. But they're all nasty because they're deranged. But we have to have our immediate policing agents so that things like this can't happen. Because you know, there is no scandal without press. If the press refuses to write that Joe Biden got $5 million, a lot of other things are going to happen this week, then they can't be a scandal. Jim Jordan did incredible on the whole of the committees. You know, it's amazing that they sometimes say, the people on the committees and people in Congress talking about it just for a while ago, Congress. That's something so much. And you put out the announcement, and you think it's going to be headlines in the New York Times, ABC, which is nothing, or ABC News, NBC News, CBS News. You put it, oh, I don't think. Nobody can say like they're coordinated. They don't know. They use a word, like they had a word not so long ago, manufactured. It doesn't say manufactured. They can say she said the same thing. It's not a producer problem. Votes are manufactured. Every one of them. I want to report that the votes have been manufactured. You turn to the next one, neighbors. The votes have been manufactured. Somebody sends them a memo what to say. But if they were honest, what happened with such? The FBI has explosive evidence that Joe Biden took a $5 million illegal bribe. Now, this is, I haven't read anything about it. This would have been the biggest story in history 10 years ago. Walter Cronkite would have reported it, news on the legal side, but he would have made this the biggest story. But we don't have Walter Cronkite anymore, do we? Walter Cronkite. So Walter Cronkite's the great ones God. Right as they're closing in on Hunter and Joe Biden, they want me to put up with this form of retribution like nobody's ever seen before, but it's okay because the public is smart. You know, it's amazing how smart. I was always doing well, people like me. We did great with the, all the ways with them. The most ever sitting president, but I was doing great. I never had receptions 2 years after. And we had a room that was, I mean, they've never had anything like it. And there were thousands and thousands of people outside trying to get in. For the Republican chairman's lunch. Not normally the biggest thing. Because Michael is so outstanding. But we've never seen the streets. Tremendous crowds at the airport, waiting. The airport is very far away from the venue where it was. People all along the roadway. And this is not really campaign season. People are disgusted what's going on. They want America. A long time, just like I did with live. You know, like, take the money. He said, thank you very much. Should I check $185 million? Say, yeah, take it. Don't worry about it. Take it. Because 3 things are going to happen. They're going to merge, which I predicted they would. There was what I said was but they're either going to merge or they're going to be successful. One case got $185 million from Dustin. Wait later, Dustin Johnson. Brooks got these guys, right? You know, lots of others were offered hundreds of millions of dollars. They said no, and that was a merger. I actually made a statement. I said, this is a merger. You don't make the money, you're not allowed to worry about $1 million out there. You have a lot of $300 million. It's exactly as I said. But I know this one too. And it said that Hunter will probably be charged with some minor offense like jaywalking. So that the FBI and the DOJ can pretend that they're fair. Oh, we got Hunter. So while they're going after the end of the Espionage Act, that's like the creation of missiles in your basement. I got him tonight. There's never been a more corrupt group of people in the history of our country under this country. Somebody sits at a board, gets $82,000 a month, $3 million upfront payment. Nobody's ever said anything like this. And in all fairness, was interviewed on one of the shows. Main television, I told him Main used to be Sirius television, now it's Main television. But he said, no, I don't know what it is. You have expertise, sir. And, well, yes, I asked him, no, I really don't. You know anything about it? No. Why are they paying you $83,000 a month, $3 million upfront payments? I think it's actually more than that. But these are corrupt people. He had no answer. He had no answer. The money laundering, the ignoring bribery, and the other massive crimes, they all implicate Griffin Joe Biden. See how good that name works? Because, Hillary's not finished. So she's probably going to try everything. After this speech, she'll probably try. She's a woman who's had control. The stakes of this election could not be more stark. Either we have a communist state. They used to use the term these days. I'm stopping it. I'm using it Marxist. I'm using it fascist. I'm using it communist. Because each state is far another Venezuela, but on steroids, big scale version, large scale version. Venezuela. How about we're buying oil from Venezuela? When I left, Venezuela was ready to collapse. We would have taken it over. We would have gotten all that oil. But now we're buying oil from Venezuela, so we're making a dictator. Can you believe this? Nobody can believe it. Their oil is garbage. It's horrible. Worse you get tar. It's like tar. And to refine it, you need special plants. And these people are talking about not doing, we have liquid gold, the best, most beautiful stuff you need. Yeah, liquid gold, better than gold, right under our feet. We have more than Saudi Arabia, we have more than Russia. We're going to have the greatest energy system in the world. We're going to pay off debt, we're going to reduce taxes. We're going to make so much money that these guys came along and they stopped it all. What we have done is amazing. But with Venezuela, they put their oil and they refine it in Houston. So all of those pollutants go right up in the air. We don't want to take oil because we want to rinse the environment, but we'll take the worst tar in the world, burn the crap out of it, create oil, and watch it go into our atmosphere. So the environmentalists have no problem with that. So we lose economically, and we also lose from an environmental standpoint, because it is really dirty stuff, the dirtiest stuff you can do. We also make the country stronger again. The head of the country is a dictator. It's not even believable, some of the things that are happening. Open borders, who would believe open borders? Who would believe no voter rights? I want to vote, go ahead and vote. That's why they have all these people coming in, they think they're going to be able to vote. Funny thing is, a lot of them turned for Trump. That's just one of the elections, you've done something that's unprecedented. people in every single town along the border, mostly Hispanic. He said that hasn't happened since he called it Reconstruction. I said, is that Civil War? Would you say that's Civil War? Civil War. Term you haven't heard it in a long time. Reconstruction. It hadn't happened since Reconstruction, Civil War. And what happened? We did incredible. We're doing incredible with this man. At the end of the day, either the communists destroy America or we destroy the communists. Never forget what the inventive distribution of our movement is all about. Our enemies are desperate to stop us because they know that we are the only ones who can stop them. We're the only ones who can do it. Small group, relatively small group. If we can stop them cold, then we would have had to stop cold. They know that. And they cheated like dogs. They cheated like nobody's ever cheated before. You turn on your television at 10 o'clock, you would have said Pennsylvania's a lock. We were up by so much a lock. All of a sudden, you see that big fat dump. That big dump at 302 or whatever it was in the morning. It's a disgrace what happened. What's happening to our country is a disgrace. But I promise you this, if you put me back in the White House, their reign will be over and America will be a free nation once again. He has what it takes to smash this corrupt system and truly drain the swamp. And I'm the only one that they don't want to. And again, that's why disinformation. We want to run against Trump. We want to run. Oh, we're dying to run against Trump. We killed him last time. You know, killed him with Hillary. How about that one? You think that was a little surprise? I checked them up. They said we'll never let that happen again. So they got false. Read the New York Times. I'm not a fan of the New York Times. Read New York Times, certain stories, but read in particular Time magazine cover from a couple of years ago, because they couldn't help themselves. They had to take credit for it. What they did was so bad for our country. And look at our country now, look where we are. We're dying. Anyone else will be ripped to shreds. There's no issue where a spine of steel is more important than when it comes to rescuing America from a really bad Biden economy. Our economy is sick. Remember, and it's true 100%, they will not be able to withstand the fire. For 3 years, Joe Biden and his corrupt allies in Washington have waged economic warfare on the hardworking citizens of our country. Biden flooded your communities with millions and millions of illegal aliens. Look at what's happening to our country right now. Crushing American wages and stealing American jobs. I believe that, you don't hear this number I think from anyone else. I believe by the end of this year, the real number is 15 million people, that's bigger than New York State, will have come in to our country. He launched a vicious crusade to shut down American energy. Anwar, think of Anwar in Alaska. Ronald Reagan couldn't get it done, nobody could get it done. So many years, so many decades, I got it done. The first day they terminated Anwar, would have been bigger than Saudi Arabia. At least the same size. Would have been bigger. So good for Alaska. Would have been the biggest in the world. Would have made so much money. We're going to pay off our debt. And reduce your taxes still further. Remember, I gave you the biggest tax cuts in history, the biggest regulation. That's such a big business. Such a big business, such a powerful business, and such an important business. New England is a liberal tent, or taint. I would say taint is a better word, actually. But it's a little bit on the liberal side, I say. They pay the highest energy price.
Liberal taint.
Because they're afraid to build a pipeline right through New York State in a poor region where people desperately need to have a pipeline.
Nothing worse than a liberal taint.
50 or 60%. Nobody wants to talk about it. Biden spent trillions of dollars on socialist lunacy, causing the highest inflation in 52 years. Since Biden took office,
Republicans
typical
against liberal
families
tank.
lost over $7,400 of annual each year income. Joe, his number one job as next president, what he wanted to do, everybody that talks to him right, we want to reverse what Joe Biden's done. He's been a horror show, economic horror show. He's been a horror show to stand in front of our country. And what he's done in terms of our military, he's given away $85 billion worth of equipment, the best equipment in the world to Afghanistan. They're now one of the leading sellers of military equipment anywhere in the world. Some people have that at number two because they don't need 700,000 brand new rifles. They don't need 70,000 vehicles, many of them armored. Think of your friends that have a used car lot and think of them as big, that big. If they have 300 cars in that lot, it's we give away 70,000. Some of them costing millions of dollars vehicles, armor plated, 4 inches of armor. Under my leadership, we built the greatest economy in the history of the world. In fact, we did it twice. And now we're going to do it again. It's going to be better than that. Years of trails, North Carolina workers. North Carolina was hit pretty hard by the Democrats. I withdrew from the job-killing Trans-Pacific Partnership, would have killed years ago. A globalist calamity that would have killed American manufacturing forever. I stopped it, I ended it. It was a disaster known as NAFTA. I killed NAFTA. Nobody thought it could be done. You know, you had to get it through. You heard a lot about it. It was the worst thing the argument. Nobody thought it was going to keep going. Thinking, but you know, they get it from lobbyists, lots of other people. It's hard to get the votes even when something is really good. And we replaced it with USMCA, that's the Mexico-Canada trade deal. You know how I know it's good? Because they are working feverishly to try and negotiate the deal because they're getting killed by that deal. And I just hope the Biden administration doesn't do it because we suffered with NAFTA for decades. NAFTA was the most unfair, it was the worst trade deal probably. I stood up to China like no administration has ever done before, bringing hundreds of billions of dollars pouring into our treasury from China when no other president had gotten anything from China. They never got anything. They got a lot of bullshit, that's what they are. And when China targeted our farmers, I got China to give our farmers $28 billion. What do you think else is going to do? You think Joe's going to do that? President Xi, you're really good on our farmers. You got to give us that $28 billion for the farmers. That's why I say I'm not losing Iowa. When he said, how are you doing in Iowa? I am up like 35 points. But he said, how can I lose Iowa? I got $28 billion for the farmers, Nebraska, any farm state. You took some big chunk out of that $28 billion. When I'm back in the Oval Office, I will revoke China's most favored nation. We're a developing nation. Our cities are going to hell. We have to redevelop our cities. Our country is going to hell. Look at our cities. Look at New York and Chicago and Atlanta. Atlanta is the highest crime rate per capita of any city. Atlanta. They're trying to get me on a perfect phone call. People kill people and they never even get interviewed. Let's get Trump on a perfect call. I call over something that was actually better than my perfect call with the Ukrainian president. It's not perfect. Think of it, I have many lawyers on this call. Just to diverge, I have many lawyers on this call say, Grant Rathensberg was on the call. I was calling to complain about the election because I said it was rigged. And good reason. We read that manual, as I said things, I was have to call and future goals were going to be. Nobody said, sir, you shouldn't say what you just said. What a horrible thing. I said, it was actually perfect. Could not have been better. Most people have read it. You said, what's wrong with this? It's just a con job. They got, they're all misinformation, it's a con job. If there were a problem with that call, these state lawyers would have said, sir, you're not allowed to say that. Will you please take it back? This came up long after that call was made. It's like John Lovitz. Remember John Lovitz on Saturday night? I was probably a drug hater, but I used to go out and call him. Yeah, I went to Harvard. That's right. I'm a businessman. That's right, I'm a businessman. All they did is they said, let's see, it was a call on Trump. That's right, it was a call. Yeah, I think he said something. They would have been screaming from the refuge. How dare you say that? Sir, you're not supposed to. I complained about election fraud, and I wanted them to do something. We will gain total independence from China. We will make the United States the manufacturing superpower of the world, and we've started to do that. Tremendous money. Under Biden, we've had record high trade deficits, which I call losses. A lot of people are going to say, oh, a trade deficit isn't all it's I call a loss. Some people don't. I understand that I was a very good student at the one school of finance. Can you imagine? I wonder if they're proud of me. I got indicted. I wonder if they say, oh, I've been indicted twice now in a couple of months. You know, when I was studying and when I was very, very successful businessman, and I did the apprentice, and I did lots of books that were big sellers. Even now I have books that are tremendous sellers. They never had this stuff in mind. They never had the word indictment. What's indictment mean? Sure, that's when you're extremely dishonest, sir. These people are gone now. And we have deranged people running it. For this reason, I will pass landmark legislation because we have to save our country to be known as the Trump Reciprocal Trade Act. You know what that is? When China charges us a 150% tariff, we charge them a 100%. Right now, they charge them nothing, they charge us 150%. So I said to one of our terrible senators, a guy named Toomey, real beauty. I said, he was all in for the super trade, personally. Super trade. I said, that's so let me ask you, China's charging us 100% tariff on various products. Can we charge them 100? No, sir, it's not free trade. I said, how about 100%? They're 150. What about no, sir, you can't. What about 50? What about 10% back? So you can't do that, that's not free trade. These are the dumbest people I've ever seen. And I need to get this one approved by Congress. And they approve things easy if they're bad things, if they're not politically correct, they don't want to do. But this is politically. This is very simple. They charge us, we charge them. What's going to happen is a lot of people come on. Because they say, what's the use of us collecting 150 a day? You got to do but someone do that. That's okay, because we'll take it. We'll make trade fair. And then, really, in addition to this little protocol, we're rapidly losing that protocol status. So we're not going to have anything. We're losing so much money. In addition, I think we should have about a 12 to 15% tax on anybody who comes into the United States. This is a tariff. If they want to do business, if they want to take our wealth, if they want to steal our wealth from us, they should pay 50%. It's not that high a number. It's not gonna stop them, we'll make a fortune, and we're gonna become a profit-making machine so easily. And we don't want to do anything stupid. But if we do the reciprocal trade, that's fantastic. And we do then we've had people, smart people, that said, if we are going to sell our wealth to other countries, we should charge them for it. Why should we allow other countries to come in and steal our jobs, to make our cars, to make our computers, to make everything, and then just sell them right back at us? So I think if we do that, they should be charged 50%. The numbers that you're talking about are astronomical, and we will become overnight a tremendously successful country. And many jobs, when you do that, will come back into the United States. So I want you to think about that. That will be very controversial tomorrow with fake news because it's such a good way. We're going to fight with Lowell's, Walshing's, and Washington swamp just as we did before, and we're going to win. We're going to have tremendous. We said we're going to be Hillary. I was right. We said we're going to be Biden. I was actually worried. We're going to be this time. We're going to watch those votes. And with COVID, you couldn't go there. People attended the votes. All these ballots, they sent out votes. Tens of millions of votes coming out and in. Nobody thought out. They knew what was happening. But we can never let that happen again. Remember the Jimmy Carter, and he's a nice man, and I know he's not well, so I'm not going to say anything. But Jimmy Carter had a commission, and he said you can't do mail-in ballots. If you have mail-in ballots, it's going to be rife with fraud. Of course, it's going to be rife with people getting 7 ballots, 8 ballots, and we can't do it. We can't do it. We're not going to have a country that France used to do it. They got out of it because they said it was so fraudulent. And they went to paper ballots, same day voting. Too simplistic. Paper ballots, they make certain one paper is phenomenal stuff. It's actually technologically advanced paper. Can you believe it? We should do paper ballots. We should do voter ID. We should go back to same day voting. We should also have just one day. We don't need, even if you call it a holiday, we don't need to have, I don't know if you know this, we don't need to have 48 days of voting. Just remember they created a lot of ballots. They had places where there were more ballots than there were voters. And I had a hard time explaining it, but the courts don't like to get involved because the courts were not courageous. They were not courageous. It's a shame what happened. But we have to have strong elections. We have to have a strong board. It's no wonder the swamp is getting truly desperate as they see us leading big in all the polls. This week's morning consult poll just came out. We have a 34-point lead on the sanctimonious. We're 56%. There's a lot of people there. That was a great job. Oh, look at this one. This one just came out in the Clarity campaign poll, very respected. We're leading by 56 points. That doesn't mean we have 56. That means we're leading Ron DeSanctimonious by 56. 69% for Trump, 13% for DeSantis. And Pence has 6. And once you get used to saying DeSantis, it's hard to say DeSantis. I was actually being interviewed. I'm trying to be serious. And I go over DeSantis. But he's changing his name. Now it's DeSantis. And I put a little message up. Never change your name in the middle of the campaign. You don't change your name in the middle of the campaign. In the Emerson poll of Iowa, we're leading by 42 points. See, I told you. I got $28 million. Oh, that's a big lead in Iowa. We're leading Biden by a lot in the recent Fabrizio swing state poll of Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. We're at almost 50% of the vote already, and we're leading Biden by 5, which is a shocking. You would think you'd be leading him by 40. You would think we'd be leading him by more than we're leading DeSantis. In the ABC Washington Post poll, just came out, I'm up by 7 points over. And the new poll from Democracy Institute, very respected, shows that I'm the only candidate that beats Klobuchar. And that DeSantis is losing to him by a lot. With each passing day, more Americans are joining our patriotic movement. We are having unbelievable success. Only guarded even further by what's happening, because what they're doing is so bad for our country. People are saying you can't weaponize, you can't do this. Together we've achieved more than anyone thought even possible. We delivered the largest tax cuts in history. We delivered the largest regulatory cuts. That's why we had the greatest employment numbers ever in history. We achieved energy independence. We were still going for energy dominance, whereas I told you before, we were going to be paying off massive amounts of debt and lowering your taxes. Because that's the kind of numbers you're talking about when you get the oil. In 60 years, think of it, we had the worst problems and the worst cost of energy in 60 years. We had it down to $1.87 3.5 years ago, a gallon. And we actually had it lower than that, but we won't even talk about that because I had to say fuel companies that were looking for us. This is the first time I've ever said we got to get it up a little bit. I actually called Russia and the King of Saudi Arabia. We had a 3-way call, and we cut back on the oil because it was so incredible. Helped fill up the strategic national reserves, and he's now taken all of that to reduce gasoline prices for cars just prior to the election. Very artificial. And he's reduced it down to the lowest level that it's been in 60 years. We created the most secure border in U.S. history, built hundreds and hundreds of miles of border wall. In the history of our country. One of them was I got Mexico, we built the wall, large sections of the wall. We got Mexico free of charge, and I like the president of Mexico a lot. He's a socialist, but his expression is you can't have everything, but I like him a lot. But I said to the people over in the State Department, I said, give me a list of the 10 top things you would like. And one was to have their soldiers helping us with the people coming in through Mexico. And they gave me a list of 10, and the woman who was really pro, but she was just a little bit naive. She said, sir, you're never going to get this. We've been trying to get this. I've been here for 25 years. We've been trying to get this for 25 years. You're never going to get it. If you want to make a little bet. And we had a representative, the top representative, coming to see me, State Department people. And I said, here's the story. You have to give us 28,000 soldiers free of charge to stop people from pouring into the United States. He said, he laughed, he thought, like, stupid guy, this guy has to be kind. So we wouldn't even think of doing that. Why would we do it? Because they're coming through your country, you're not stopping. In the South, they're coming forward through in caravans. Are you going to give it to us? And so we're not. I said, how much do you want to make? I said, we're not going to do it. I said, you already have. I'm going to sign it right in front of you. In paper, this was on a Thursday or Friday. And they said on Monday morning, we're putting a tariff on all automobiles coming into the United States and all other Mexican products coming into the United States. We're putting a tariff of 25% on everyone. We're going to make so much money over and above the cost of that. And he said, you wouldn't do that. He said, I'm going to sign it right before you recognize. Why don't you sign it? he said to me, sir, mind if I take 5 minutes to make a phone call? He was going to call, obviously, the president, because he was the second person. And he came back in 3 minutes, sir, we decided to give you 28,000 soldiers. So that's how they think. We also want remaining Mexico, so that rather than having people come in and remain in our country, they remain in Mexico until we approve them, until we check them out, find out who they are. We don't want murderers in our country. We don't want killers. We don't want people that are bad in our country. We don't want gang members. And he said, we'll give you the 2, sir. Remain. That's how you think there was a remain in Mexico. You isn't that happened just by accident? That happened because of me. And then when Biden came in, he wanted to end it. And even the judge said, why are you doing this? The judge, he said, you can't end it. Why are you doing this? Let it expire, you said, going. As an example, Title 42, that's to keep sick people out of the United States, people who are sick. And it was an incredibly successful thing. And they wanted to terminate it 2 years ago. And the judge said, do you know how many people are going to be flooding our nation if you terminate? This is the judge, he's supposed to be making a ruling. He's telling them that they shouldn't be doing it. And he wouldn't let it happen. But it expired a couple of weeks ago. And they did nothing to do anything about it. And we have a lot of people that have diseases that we don't want to have in our country. And I'm not just talking about COVID, I'm talking about some big things. And it's so sad. And then we terminated catch and release, remember the famous, you catch them in our country, and then you release them in our country. And we say, come back in 4.5 years, you're in a trial. Only the stupid ones come back. 4.5 years later, we got nobody else sees them dead, right? That's it. I mean, how crazy is it? It's so crazy. But we ended all of this stuff. We had the greatest border, the secure border we've ever had, and the people of this country want that back. You know, it's very interesting. When I read in 2016, the border was a big deal. I would talk about the border all the time. The border, the border, the border. People couldn't get enough of it because we had a really bad, unsafe border. People falling through. I did such a good job that in 2020, nobody wanted to talk about the border. And when I talk about it, people would start falling asleep. I said, I did a good job. But now it's worse than ever. It's never been like this. Now it's worse. I say it's worse than any third world country. Because the third world country would let 15 million people flow through their borders. And now we have, in my opinion, the worst border in the history of the world. Think of it. What third world country would let millions of people just walk across the border? Take our education, take our hospitals, take our food. Our veterans aren't treated nearly as well as illegal aliens. Our veterans aren't treated nearly as well. We have the highest approval rating, Dan knows this, of any VA in the country. You know, we passed 2 things. Number one, we were able to fire people, which you couldn't do for 58 years. It was in a hopper. Because we had a lot of sadists. We had meetings and we had a lot of bad people that worked in the VA. Bad people. The worst were the sadists. They were beat up, old, wonderful soldiers, beat the hell out of them when they got their jolly side, the sick. And we weren't allowed to fire, no matter what they did, we couldn't fire them. I got to say, we fired 8,000 people, all sadists and sick people. I was wondering, just before me, they got us nearly $400,000, stone cold for them, and they couldn't get rid of them. The whole thing is crazy. But we got that done. But of equal importance, maybe more importance, if you had to wait more than a day to get yourself taken care of, and we had all this passed through Congress. If you had to wait more than 1 day, and you were so helpful, if you had to wait more than 1 day, by the way, Richard has been a fantastic congressman, Richard has really helpful. If you had to wait more than 1 day, because people were waiting months, they were becoming terminally ill, waiting. something they could clean up with a prescription or with a small operation, that end up dying and become terminally ill. Because we take 4, 5, 6 months to see a doctor. And says, you gotta wait more than one day, you go to a private doctor. And we pay the bill. We make deals with doctors all over the place, so they can't, they tend to be a little bit high. It's like a golden pot. But we actually saved a lot of money because we were making people better. They were able to live with their families. They weren't dying. It was an incredible thing. We had a 92% approval rating, and now it's down the drain because they ended all that stuff. And it's worse than it ever was before. And then some people will still foolishly vote for the Democrats. I don't understand it. It's like with religion. We fight for religion. They fight against religion. How can a religious person vote for the Democrats? What they've done to Christianity. How can they do it? We appointed nearly 300 federal judges and 3 great Supreme Court justices. I fully rebuilt the U.S. military. We had more ammunition than at any time. And now we have no ammunition. We have a military missing a thing called ammunition. We had so much it was stopped to the gills, and now we have very little left because we're giving it to Ukraine. And I would end that war within 24 hours. Islamic terrorists and radical jihadists the hell out of our country. People say, oh, that's a terrible thing. But how good did we do in 4 years? Look at our record in 4 years. They didn't hear about all that stuff. I didn't like talking about it, give people ideas. But we had a tremendous record because of what we passed. And we passed things that nobody thought were possible. Look at our record on that. We accomplished all of this and more in just 4 short years, and just imagine what we can accomplish in the next 4 years and the advantages that I've been through it. I know the good people, I know the bad people, I know weak people and strong people, I know the people that are losers that you don't want, and I know the people that are winners that a lot of people don't know or understand. But they're the winners, the people that can bring us back. I know all. When I first went there, I had to rely on people. What do you think of this guy? What do you think of that guy? And people would give me advice. We had great people too. And we rebuilt the military, we had all those tax cuts, regulations. We had great people. We had some people that I wouldn't have put in place. Guys like Bill Barr, because he didn't have courage. And I wouldn't have put them in place. And this would be an opportunity. But we have all these people cold, we've caught all of these lies and all of this corruption, and something has to be done about it. But I know the strong ones and the weak ones. I know the great ones and the ones that will never be great. And again, it's funny, I was in Washington, D.C. 17 times in my entire life, and most of it was really a hotel down the road from the White House, beautiful hotel. I sold it to Waldorf Astoria, a beautiful hotel. And but I was only there 17 times and I never slept over. So I wasn't into that whole world of Washington establishment, but I learned quickly. I learned very quickly. Now I think I'm into it probably more than anybody else, and I know the people. Here's just some of the bold agenda I'll put into effect when we become the 47th president of the United States. Shortly after I win the presidency, I will have the horrible war between Russia and Ukraine settled, if it's not already settled. Did you see the town hall, the CNN? They got one of the highest ratings they had in like 11 years, and they ended up firing the guy because it was wrong. I said they should celebrate. We had our highest ratings. You're supposed to get paid by high ratings, Richard. But they had one of the highest ratings they've had in many, many years. I was on with a young woman who was, I said, nasty. She was a very nasty woman. They worked out very well, and they were all going, he owns you, get him off the air. This AOC's thing, he owns you, get him off the air, stop it. But you'd think if they had high ratings, that would be a big, he should ask for an increase. So instead they fired him. because I was allowed to put it across our point of view. It's our point of view. You know, we went into the meeting. We went from the enemy. And I thought actually, I thought they'd probably be solid. I tell them, because there they are right there. But I tell them that to do some bullying. If they went to the center, or even went a little bit right of center, and I thought they might complain, but I think this is a business strategy, because right now they're not as fake news. Can you imagine if this is on CNN right now? The one thing you know is they're gonna turn it off. Oh, the light just went off the top. It just went off the red light. I can see all those red lights. I'm sorry. I'll be finished about this in more like 20 seconds, and then you can turn the light on. But I thought they were going to be maybe a little bit more moderate and get their viewership up and really have a big evening at Graceland. As I was being introduced, they were saying things that were so bad. I said, this is going to be a war. But it wasn't, look, it worked out well, but it didn't work out well for him. It should have, because he actually did a good job in the sense it was very professionally done, very professional. Everything was set, everything was beautiful, and they got tremendous numbers, and they fired him. He's gone now. Mr. Dick, sorry about that. I'd like to apologize to Mr. Dick. But I'm the only candidate who can make this promise. I will prevent World War III. We're much closer than you think right now to having it. And at some point it will happen. It will happen. I will prevent it. I'm the only one that can say it. I know them all, I know how to deal with them, I deal with them. And others say, I know how. I will get it done. I will get it done. Did you see the other day Putin said they're delivering nuclear missiles to Belarus? Here we go. And we have a man that has no clue. There's no clue. We have a guy that walks around, he has no clue. It's like a walking zombie. You know, I meet these other leaders. President Xi, Kim Jong-un, and North Korea, they did a great job with them. Kim Jong-un, with the meetings, historic, got along great. They hate saying that when they are saying, how dare you get along great with a dictator? The guy's got hundreds of nuclear weapons. It's nice. I'm not saying that from weakness. I'm just saying from common sense. So I got along with him great. How dare you say that President Xi of China is a brilliant man? He's 1.4 billion people. He leads it very powerfully. He's doing things and ripping off our country for years. But they get upset when I say somebody's brilliant. But here's what I will say. They're all at the top of their game. I know everyone. All these leaders. They're smart as hell. They're tough. They're cunning. Some are vicious. Most of them are vicious, actually. They think the United States is run by fools. They all take advantage of the United States. I had a thing with friends. I like Macron, but he's a wise man. And my people were negotiating with him. He's putting a tax on all American companies and doing business in France. I said, who the hell wants to go to France? But he's putting a very big tax on. So Steve Mnuchin and my people were negotiating with him. Came back, no, they can't make a deal. I said, why can't you make a deal? We can't. They want to put the tax on all these companies. Taxes, your American company, they're going to tax you. I said, that's not right. I said, give it another shot. They came back a week later. They can't make a deal. I said, I'll make a deal. What do you mean you're making a same thing? Same old story all the time. So it's the same story. They don't write about it. They know about it. They don't write about it. I wish all these things would take. I wish these conversations. This is a classic conversation. So I got Macron, Emmanuel on the phone. I said, Emmanuel, why are you putting a tax on all of our companies? Oh, but Donald, we have to. As you know, it's been approved by everybody. I said, I don't care if it's approved. Take it off. Oh, no, we can't do that. It's been approved. I said, now here's the story. If you don't take it off, again, tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, we're taxing all of your wine and champagne that's coming into the United States. 50%. no, you cannot do that, no, no, you cannot do that. That's not fair. No, it's not fair that you do this massive tax on American companies, but not others. And that's all because you think we're a stupid country. I said, you're not gonna do that, Emmanuel. Tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, 100% of every freaking bottle of your wine and champagne, I don't even like it, I like this stuff. Made in our country. You buy it. What about it? But no, we don't want that. No, no, no. I said, yes. 10 minutes to call me back. He called me back in 3 minutes. You have a deal. That was the end. You know what? Now he's going to put it back on. So nobody's going to, you think Biden's going to call him back and talk that way? No, they don't talk that way. And then they're vicious. I don't even think it's Biden's vicious. I think it's a circle of maniacs around him. You know, you have a woman in the Justice Department, Lisa Monaco. She's a Trump hater like nobody you've ever seen. I think she's second in the Justice Department. Lisa Monaco, very unfair. You have this maniac. I call him a deranged person, Jack Smith. He's deranged. His wife hates Trump even more than he does. And these people, we get treated very unfairly. But I will also, so importantly, immediately cancel every open borders policy of the Biden administration. Under Biden, other countries are ending out their prisons, insane asylums, and mental institutions and dumping everyone into the United States. Did you know that? Wonderful. Their prisons are being emptied out all over the world, not just in Guatemala, not just Mexico, not just El Salvador. No, all over the world they're coming. Last week we had 129 people coming from 129 countries were represented by people pouring into our country. 129 countries. Most people didn't even know there were that many. There are actually more than that, and sometimes we have a lot more than that. But their prisons are being emptied into the United States. You go to their prisons, they used to have a so crowded, so horrible, people would lie on the floor, they would stand up and lean against each other. Now they have nobody in those prisons, they're all in the United States of America. Thank you very much. We're like a dumping ground. The same thing with people that are mentally ill. They said, please don't use the word insane asylum. No, there are some very serious places, insane asylums and mental institutions. And those people are being dumped into the United States. Why should they take care of them? A country is foolish enough to take a tremendous risk and cost. The risk may be even bigger than the cost, but the cost is not even, it's not imaginable how big it is. So we have all these people that are vicious prisoners. You think our prisoners are there? These people make them look like Boy Scouts. And they're being dumped into our country. And all of the people who are mentally ill, I read an article recently, fairly recently, about a psychiatrist who was working at a hospital for 20, 25 years in South America. And he was sitting reading the newspaper, being interviewed for this article. And he said, you know, I used to work 24 hours a day working with patients, but I don't have patients anymore. They've all been delivered to the United States. He wasn't like complaining, he was just saying the facts. He said, I used to work so hard now. You know, I want to help people, but we really don't have the people being let into the United States. And he said some of these people are very sick. And this is what we're doing. Because we have a president that doesn't have a clue, and we have radical leftists, Marxists, crazy people that are actually running our country. Following the Eisenhower model, people don't realize Eisenhower was very tough on immigration. Did you know that? Like very, very tough. He had them taken away, and we used to have them brought a little bit over the border, and they'd come back again a little bit. Then he had them brought 2,000 miles away, and they didn't come back so quick. They used to put them on the other side of the border, they'd come right back, but he was very tough. We'll use all necessary state, local, federal, and military resources to carry out the largest domestic deportation operation in American history. We're not mean, they're killing people, they're destroying our country. And if I lose votes, that's okay. We have to do what's right. We have to straighten out our country. I will ask every state and federal agency to identify every single known or suspected gang member in America, and every one of them who's here illegally. We will pick them up and we will send them back to the country for which they came. We'll bring them back. Deranged person or some person that's in prison for having killed 9 people and that happens to be living happily in the United States of America. And this is very unsuspecting when they hit you, you wouldn't even expect it. These are hardened criminals. And to further deter illegal immigration, I will sign a day 1 executive order ending automatic citizenship for the children of the Unlike Ron DeSantis, who voted to gut Medicare, remember that he voted to gut it. And Social Security, got Social Security. And he voted 3 times to raise the retirement age to 70. You know, Ron DeSantis is a disciple of Paul Ryan. Anybody that's a disciple of Paul Ryan, you don't want him. But I will always protect Medicare and Social Security for our great seniors. When a guy is against like Medicare or wants to decapitate it, or a guy's against anything Social Security, and then they have an election and all of a sudden they love it. Although he hasn't even said that yet. But when they have, and you heard it, you know, people have been working very hard for long periods of time. There are many things we can cut. You don't have to cut Social Security, you don't have to cut Medicare. If we did the oil thing, you wouldn't have to even think about these things. They don't want to do it. So one thing I learned is that when they want to do it, then they go a little bit because they want to try and get elected. They always go back to it. So when somebody wants to cut Social Security or Medicare, and then they go back to say, no, I love them very much. Within a fairly short period of time, they'll be cutting it. Just remember what I said. And I will not put a national sales tax of 23% on our citizens, which DeSantis wants to do. He wants to put a 23% national sales tax on. Rich people, I sort of like that different myself. Can you imagine somebody now is going to pay every time they buy something 23%? This will not be happy, but more importantly, it's not fair. On day 1, I will immediately sign an executive order to cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, transgender. It's amazing how strongly people feel about that. You see it about cutting taxes, people don't like that. I talk about transgender, and everyone goes crazy. Who would have thought 5 years ago you didn't know what the hell it was? But one that I think is incredible to do what you say, that I can't even believe you have to say anymore. Politics, I have to say I'm a politician, right? I don't want to say that, but I have to. I became president because I'm a politician. But I can't believe I say this. I will always support parents' rights. Can you imagine saying that to If you have to get up and say, I will always support parents' rights with their children. I mean, what's going on with their children? They can take the children and do whatever they want without the parent even knowing. I will not give 1 penny to any school that has a vaccine mandate or a mask mandate. And one of the easiest to me is I will keep men out of women's sports. Records that have held up for 18, 19 years, they're being obliterated. Check out the weightlifting records. Guy comes up, a woman is fantastic, she's preaching, and she's looking nice. Something like 218 pounds, that's a lot of weight for a woman that don't fall. And they'll put like a 16th of an ounce on one side, a 16th of an ounce on the other side. Yeah! This is my guy. Preaching. Then the guy comes along, bingo! And they're breaking records by numbers. But you know what? It's honest, it's really demeaning to them. So, women, female celebrities, they're great, incredible people. But I'm glad at least that they're getting obliterated in this record. Some women are being badly injured by the wind burn that's caused by the man going so much faster. It's just these records are being obliterated. It's so unfair. But who would even think that you could allow this? Who would say that this is okay? These people are sick. They're deranged. I'll sign a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 2 states. Think of it. I'm going to sign a bill prohibiting the mutilation of the child. Do you think you're supposed to say this? I mean, who would have to say this? Who would have something where they can actually do that, but they can't? Because our country has gone cuckoo. 10 years ago, the other said that they carry out the progress. What the hell is this coming from? And they got to say it because they mutilate children. As I announced this week to continue my long record of standing up to Big Pharma, I will establish a special presidential commission to investigate what is causing the decades-long increase in childhood diseases, autoimmune disorders, autism, obesity, infertility, and other chronic health problems that you see over the Second Amendment, I will ask Congress to pass the National Concealed Carry Reciprocity. I should, because I've kept it going. I've kept our Second Amendment totally alive. We haven't done anything to injure it or hurt it, and it's been very hard. It's been hard. It's been a very hard battle. But the NRA's always endorsed me, and I appreciate it. But I've done a good job at it. For years, I kept it alive under the most trying circumstances. We need it for protection. We need it for our safety. We need it for other things too, including sporting, including living. We need it for our protection. And I'm a big believer in the Second Amendment. In a certain country, a man was elected and were having tremendous crime out in the countryside all over this country. People were going and attacking households, killing and raping and doing things that were just absolutely horrible. When he got elected, he said everybody go out and buy a gun. And they did, and now your crime is down like 40%. Go out and buy a gun to protect yourself. It's down 40%. And what do you know? The bad guys are going to happen. They're not going to be following the rules. I will protect innocent life just as I did for 4 strong years. Nobody did a job like I did. Including remember that this is a very complex issue. What we've done is we've shown that they are the radicals, not the pro-lifers. They are the radicals because they're willing to kill a child 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, and even after the child is born. And what I did by killing Roe v. Wade, which everyone said was impossible. Number one, we got it sent back to the states. And number two, and very importantly, I gave you now the power to negotiate. You had no power before because they were allowed to do whatever they wanted to do. They could kill the child at any point, including after birth. You look at the governor of Virginia, the ex-governor of Virginia. I call him Michael Jackson. You're looking back at that stuff. He's a big Michael Jackson fan. That's why he did certain stupid things. But he was willing, he said it. Put the baby down and we'll decide with the mother what you want to do after the baby is born. They are the radicals. So nobody wants to see mutilation or death of the baby after a certain period of time. But I gave you, by getting that, by reading that, everybody said it was impossible to win. But we put 3 great justices on the Supreme Court justices, and you now have the right to a superpower to negotiate something that's going to be acceptable. Before you didn't have any rights whatsoever to do whatever they wanted. So it's a very powerful thing that I was able to get. I'm very proud of it, but it goes back to the states that you're in a very strong negotiating position. Actually, right now, you're in a much stronger position than the other side. So it's going to be interesting over a period of time, but it can go fairly quickly, perhaps. But there are many negotiations going on right now that wouldn't be going. I gave you the power to negotiate at a very high level. And I also have, I think, shown very conclusively that they're the radicals, we're not the radicals, they are the radicals. So it's very important, and it's very important that we handle it properly. I will restore free speech in America, and I will require every federal employee to pass a new civil service test demonstrating an understanding of our Constitution. Finally, to restore pride in our history and confidence in our future, I will lead a massive year-long salute to America to celebrate the 250th anniversary of July 4th, 1776. That's the date. And our country is hurt, especially when it's going through now. This is what we must do to restore our country to greatness. The USA is a total mess. Our economy is crashing. Inflation is out of control. China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea are formed together as a menacing and destructive coalition. Nobody thought that would be possible. It's all taken place over the last 2.5, 3 years. Our currency is crashing and will soon no longer be the world standard, which will be our greatest defeat in 200 years. This will be, in many ways, bigger than losing a war. It will take our power away from us. It will take everything away from us. And it's happening faster and faster. And it will happen if we're not put there. We have to stop it. We have to have the currency of record. That would be a tremendous failure. That would lead to problems the likes of which you would never even be able to think of. But it won't happen with me, not even a chance, just like Russia would never have happened with Ukraine. China would not have even thought about raiding Taiwan. They're flying bombers over there every day, and their ships start flying if they get ready for something. They were never doing that in 4 years. One of these gentlemen standing right there said, well, you have to admit, nobody talked about it when Trump was president. That's right. If you took the 5 worst presidents in the history of the United States and added them up, they would not have done near the destruction to our country as Joe Biden and the Biden administration. We are a failing nation. We are a nation in decline. And now these radical left lunatics want to interfere with our elections by using law enforcement. It's totally corrupt, and we can't let it happen. This is the final battle. With you at my side, we will demolish the deep state. We will expel the warmongers from our government. We will drive out the globalists. We will cast out the communists. We will throw off the sick political class that hates our country. We will roll out the fake news media. We will expose the rhinos for what they are. We will defeat Joe Biden, and we will liberate America from these villains once and for all. We will liberate We're going to liberate our country. The silent majority is rising, and under our leadership, the forgotten man and woman will never be forgotten again, never be forgotten again. With your help, with your love, your prayers, you have to remember this will happen. This will be a certainty. We will put America first always, and that will lead to the fact that we will make America great again.
More roses.